maybe about, 10 years ago. I'm old. It sounds terrible. Beauty to me it's a feeling. It's when you feel confident, when you feel energetic, when you just really have a sense of feeling good about like who you are, and then I feel like that translates to feeling good about how you look. So to me, beauty is something that's internal that becomes external. Hi, my name is Blair Tate, and I am a curve model living in Brooklyn, New York. Years ago, I signed with my first agency, and they were an agency that allowed me to do both modeling and acting, so I did a bunch of stuff with them, and then I did that for about 3 years, and then went back into doing a full-time 9-to-5 corporate kind of job, and just recently, maybe about 2 years ago, I went back into doing modeling and acting full-time. So yeah, I struggled with being an in-between model because when I really, again, 10 years ago when I first started getting into it, I was told that I wasn't gonna get booked, I wasn't gonna work as an in-between model. There was no clientele for me, so I had to decide. I had to either decide if I was going to be straight size, or I had to decide if I was going to be plus size. So that meant either I had to lose a lot of weight or gain a lot of weight. And that was really hard for me because I felt pressured to pick something that wasn't me, that wasn't who I was. But that's what I was told. I was like, you're not going to get any work if you're not one of these demographics, one of these types. So I decided that, okay, well, if that's going to be the case, then let me try to gain some weight so that way I can work in the plus size industry, because that's what I was closer to. So I gained weight and got to be about at one point I think I was a little over 200 pounds. And for me personally, that just wasn't healthy. It didn't feel good on my body. And now that I've lost that weight and I'm back at a size that just fits naturally who I am, I feel so much more confident. And again, I think that I feel more beautiful because that comes from inside and it radiates out. But that was really hard for me. That was something that I really had to overcome and I think every model kind of experiences this, is being told you need to look a certain way or you need to be a certain demographic and fit into a certain box. But at the end of the day, you need to be able to feel comfortable in the skin that you're in. That's gonna have to do. Really just not making myself fit into these boxes that somebody else has designed for me. So I had to really kind of sit with that and get comfortable with that and be able to feel confident in that. And then that kind of radiated out into, okay, I'm gonna be the body type that I want to be. A lot has changed. I think everybody is, viscerally aware of the movement that's happening with curve and plus size models in the industry. They're doing a better job of being able to make sure that everybody is represented. But where I feel the mark is kind of being missed is in the in-between models. And that's probably because I am an in-between model. I'm not straight size and I'm not plus size. I'm considered a curved model, which is traditionally sizes sometimes 6, but mostly 8, 10, and 12 dress sizes. So I think it's really important that everybody feels like they're represented in fashion, in commercial, in print, in runway, because this is who the industry is being marketed to. It's being marketed to all women, not just straight size women or plus size women. Everybody should have the chance to be seen and heard. Fortunately, when it comes to my skin, the issue hasn't been, oh, your skin isn't gonna work for us. It's more so when it comes to hair and makeup, and the hair and makeup artist really being skilled with what's going to look good on my skin tone, on my skin type, and being able to do black makeup and do it well. And so sometimes the makeup is a bit off, or the hair isn't quite right. But what I always appreciate is when they ask, because this lives on my head every single day. I know how to work with my hair. If they don't know, I'm the person to ask. I'm the one to kind of get some advice from. It also comes across in the pictures sometimes too, because I know if I walk on set and I see a black hairstylist, a black makeup artist, a black photographer, a black DP, it's like, oh, I know. Things are gonna be together today. Everybody's gonna look great. They're gonna know what to look for. It's gonna be fantastic. So I think that having more people of color behind the scenes translates to what you see as the final product as well. You know what? I would tell my younger self to do what makes you happy and not do what you think others are expecting you to do, because everybody is always going to have some type of expectation on your life, and that's based off of what they want for you, what they want you to do. And granted, most of the time it's good stuff. Like, they want you to be successful, they want you to be educated, they want you to be experienced, all these things that are essentially good things. But if you don't want it for yourself, a particular thing, if you don't want that for yourself, then don't force yourself to fit into what other people have for you. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with you, and you have to go after the things that are going to make you the happiest, that are going to give you the most satisfaction. And if you're doing these things in a happy and healthy way, and you wake up every day with excitement about what it is that you're doing and what you get to do that day, regardless of whatever it is, then do that. Because like I said, that was my issue for so long, was I was on the path of doing the things that I felt like I was supposed to do. And it took me so long to get to a point of doing the things that make me happy. And one of the reasons I was on the path of doing the things I was supposed to do for so long was because I wanted to make my parents proud of me. I really wanted, their respect and their accolades, and I wanted them to be proud of the person that I grew into. So I did, I went out and got a good job and got a good education and was making good money and all these things that were, making me happy, but they weren't fulfilling me. And 2 years ago, when I made the decision that I was going to pursue modeling and acting full time, again, to me, this being the dream job that's in the back of my head that doesn't really have any real substance. When I made the decision to switch over and do that, it was overwhelming to me how incredibly supportive my parents were. I'm gonna cry. Because my parents mean everything to me, and the fact that they were so supportive of me going out and going after the things that I wanted, I wish I had done it sooner. I honestly wish that I had done it sooner. So my advice to my younger self would be to not second guess yourself, not second guess your talents, not second guess your ability, not second guess the call that God has for you on your life because you think that it doesn't fit into a certain box. Don't second guess any of that. Just do it.